All right, everyone, and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports. We're going to be doing our second race here for the day. I wasn't going to do a two-race day, but this bothered me way too much. It definitely bothered me way too much. We did a race, the first race of the week at this track here, and we didn't do too good. This is at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We didn't do too good at all. We finished 17th. We had a bunch of incidences, and I really believe that with the practice we have just did, then I ran a time trial. I really think we will nail a decent finish this time, as long as we don't get damaged out, or as long as people don't necessarily hit into us or we hit into them. It's the beginning of the week. This is only, I think, race number 2 since, you know, this iRacing IMSA series is racing here for the whole week. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that must have been a netcode issue. It looked like he was flying in the air. Oh, actually, you can't see what I'm looking at. Let's switch this over. There we go. All right. So let's get on the track and let's start practicing while we can with the track conditions the way they are here. So it looks like we have actually a bunch of teams registered. Let's make sure our garage is set for the correct setup. And let me make sure we had to restart the computer. I was having some weird lockup issues. Windows Mixed Reality wasn't turning on correctly, and our mouse was not really moving at all, so we had to restart the computer real quick. Sorry about that if you joined into the last stream as we were starting it. But yeah, so far everything seems to be running real well. Just like to make sure that I always shut everything down. Let's get our motion rig up and running. I don't know if it's actually going to read now that we're in the sim. It might actually warn me and tell me that we have to restart the sim. Yep, it's warning me, telling me to restart the sim. So let's do so while we can. While we can. We don't really have much time. We have about 9 minutes before the race starts. Let's join the practice again. So hopefully everyone's having a great day. It's going to be kind of interesting to see where we end up here. During the time attack, well, actually, let's start off. Last race, we qualified with a 119.9. It wasn't great at all. It was our first time running that track with this car, and we haven't raced at this track for. I don't even remember actually running this track in a race setting. I think I was just hot lapping it more than anything, and so. When we did our time attack afterwards, after a little bit of practice, we ended up running a 1:16.4, I want to say, in the time attack. So, you know, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect time, but I think that's a good middle of the pack time where we might be able to grid up a little bit further up, which is good. I mean, you know, increasing your time by over 3 seconds just in a little bit of practice is awesome. Now is when it's going to come time for the experience end of it, where we're hopefully going to move up even further. All right, here we go. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Gloving up. But it's funny, though, because at Watkins Glen, that race was 60 minutes long. This is 45. It feels so short in comparison. That 15 minutes, oh, man. it is such a welcomed feel. It's just that it's amazing how much that extra 15 minutes wears you out. It really does. It really does wear you out. All right, let's jump in. Let's get as much practice time as we can within the next few minutes that we have. All right, so let's zero this here. That's feeling pretty good there. Hit speed limiter on. Spread out. We also increased our degrees of rotation on the steering wheel, and I think it helped us greatly. So that way the car doesn't feel as twitchy as it did. I think we're running a 720. Felt pretty good right where it was at 720, so I kind of left it there. It's not something we experienced during the practice and that time attack. Wow, some terrible netcode issues going on right now. Let's see, let's let this guy go by and then we'll jump on the track. Oh! Kind of did what we did. Let's investigate what's going on here. Why? We were much more successful in that turn than we were, I mean, in the time attack than we were in this session. It's got to be the track state. People are starting to disconnect. I'm wondering if the race session's starting to open up. If you don't nail that just right, it's like you lose everything. Come on, stay on the track. Luckily enough, this is just a practice session, but still. Come on. $117.0. That was a 117.8. Felt the rear of the rig starting to kick out there. Race is going to start. We're going to get out here because it seems to be kind of lose time. I don't want to miss qualifying at all. I want all the time that we get. All right, here we go. So I think, you know, I got to just calm my nerves. I really got to calm my nerves. That one turn, oh man. That one turn kills us every single time. But I think, you know, once we get behind some cars, and especially if we're going to be in the middle of the pack, we'll have some good cars to stay behind. I think that's going to actually give us what we need to get a little bit more experience driving in traffic with this. Especially if you're driving in traffic, chances are you're going to be going slower than you would be just hot lapping by yourself, unless you're one of the lead guys. Things happen. Accidents happen. So later on during the race, when we're starting to pick up speed and everyone's starting to spread out a little bit, hopefully by then we're a lot more comfortable and we should be good to go. Like I said, during the time trial, we ran a 1:16.4. So I'm hoping this is going to be a much better experience for us this time here. I know there's a lot of people out there that are running a lot faster lap times than that. But, you know, that was over 3 seconds faster than our prior race today, so just waiting for it to load up. Judging by the amount of time it's taking, we're probably going to be going right into qualifying, which is fine. That is A-okay. I'll take it. All right, there we go. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, only 50 seconds left of practice. Let's make sure our lenses are not fogged up. There we go. All right, 2 laps, 8 minutes. Qualifying starting right now, waiting tech, qualify, there we go. Boom. Here we go. Oh yeah. Come on, baby, we got this.
One more lap.
169. No. Oh, no. We got too cocky, I guess. Oh, man. Come on. We didn't slow down enough. We still went at it too fast, and I think I might have got on the brakes too much. Oh, man. This car will bite you if you're too confident. At least we got in the 116s.
There's the flag, it's over.
Yeah. I know we could have done so much better. Still got 3 minutes left. Let's take a look at what we did the first lap. Actually look at our brake. So we're completely off of the brakes by that point. And let's see what we did this next time. So we're already getting swirly there. Yeah, we're still riding the brakes there. So that's what got us. That little bit of brake correction, along with the fact that our tires were a little overdriven. We were overdriven a little bit. Still riding the brakes there. Got us. See, and I think our line was completely off too. We cut in way too early. We could have been a little bit more out and then come in. Rather than, let's see. Yeah, you can see we came all the way on the outside, and we're kind of following this track. We're still a little bit too in, but at this point, we're already getting off the brakes. We're kind of cutting in there. So I think we need to stay out over that crest a little bit longer. Maybe more to the right, and then cut in right at the end of here, start cutting it in. Oh no, actually, so that was a bad lap. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that we're still too far. Let's see what we're doing on this one. Nice far out. I think being off the brakes kind of, at that point, we were already off the brakes. I think that's what kind of saved us. Really, by the time we hit the sign, we were already off the brakes. We were already at our speed of 119. And we're doing 128 here. 125. All right, so we are way hot and we're still on the brakes. At the last point, we already braked and we were already going about 119 here. So we were just going way too fast, way too fast. Let's see where we are now. We are 12th, much smaller grid than the last race, 116.9. So that could be a good thing, and it could also be a bad thing. Everyone could be good here, which seems to be the case. I mean, our best lap time on our hot lap challenge, our time attack, really would have got us to maybe 11th place, because we would have bumped this guy. It was a 116.4. So, you know, we still have a lot of room for improvement here. All right, so we're going to grid up, it looks like 19 cars total. I'm sorry, 16 cars total. Am I reading that right? Where's the number 1 car?
One lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road.
All right, everyone,
closed.
wish us luck. This time we're gridding up on the outside line, which is a little bit different for us. There we go. People are starting to come in now. May have a few more cars than we thought during this race session, but definitely nowhere near the amount of cars as what was in the last race. Last race was definitely a lot fuller of a race. A lot more representation from the other classes in that race too. There was actually 3 classes total, whereas this one there's only going to be 2, I think. So we gridded up 11th. It's a big improvement from last race. But I really think we could have probably got 10th. Could have moved up 1 spot, been on the inside. But we'll see how this works for us. I mean, I'm not happy of the improvement, but that 1 turn still kind of freaks us out. We just got to slow down. We're moving way too fast. We're overdriving the car too much. Trying to keep my shoulders down, trying to relax. That's one of the hardest things, staying relaxed. Sometimes high stress situations, you just kind of lock up. Everyone's bunching up.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. Right side. Clear on the right. Car right. Clear on the right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Car right. 2 wide. Clear on the right. Car right. Clear.
That was intense. There we go. There we go. So far we are 10th. Got Dominic D'Alexio behind us. Making moves on us. We're running 1:17.1 that last lap.
Car right. Clear on the right.
I had to let him by. He was clearly faster, and I'm trying to maintain our safety rating. Good thing is if he's faster, we could try to have him tow us basically to those cars up there that we're slowly losing ground on. So far we got Sam Mahaffey. He's about 11.5 seconds behind. Dominic D'Alexio is 2.8 seconds ahead. We're in a little bit of a hole right now, which is good in some respects as far as staying nice and comfortable and smooth, but I really want to move up. I don't want to get left behind here, but I don't want to overdrive the car, especially where it's still in the beginning of the session.
You got a slow car on the right.
That's Scott Kidd 2. He was 7th place. Looks like something must have happened. Someone said they were sorry up above. I don't know if they were saying it to him or that was him saying it. Sam Happy is 12 and a half seconds now behind. So far, this race is quite a big difference than what we experienced last race, and I am very happy so far. There we go. Oh, it's a lap car. Really smooth there. Felt like we could use a little bit more speed actually through it. Come on. was a 1:16.8 last lap. Looks like Sam is about 22 seconds back. Scott's about 5 seconds ahead. Get a top 10 finish on this one. Kind of redeem ourselves from last race. Oh man, can't believe that happened. We're going so smoothly too. See, we got about 25 minutes remaining. Fastest lap was a 16.4. Gotta roll with the punches. To see the rear end start to kick out there, we're gonna have to slow down a little bit more during that section. Our tires are not happy with us. We're starting to get worn out a little bit. 16 laps in. Oh my gosh, we might have to pit real soon. See how much fuel we have left. We have about 5 gallons left. Lead car is about 4 seconds behind us. He's just cruising. So this is actually going to be a pretty good time for us to make our pit entrance, I think. Let him know that we're going to be pitting in. All right, so we pitted in 11th place. Optional repairs are 16 seconds. I think we might do them just in case there are any sort of suspension damage. Woo! Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Two. New tires feel. Come on. $16.8. Oh, that was a close one. That was a close one. I don't know why I'm slowing down there. $16.6 last lap. Got 13 minutes left in this session.
The leaders pitting now.
Drifted that one. think he's pushing me, but I'm trying to let him by.
Car on your left. Clear. You're in the top 10.
Nice. That was good. Doing pretty smooth so far. We do have the 4th place car behind us. I'm gonna wait till the time's right to send them on by. Got 6 minutes left in this session. Oh no!
Go right.
Oh no!
Clear
Damn
on
it!
the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Come on! Thought he was gonna back up off the track, but he started coming back up towards the middle. Come on. I'm gonna have to watch our engine temperature. So I know it's a rear engine vehicle, but I think they have some radiators and intercoolers up front. That's a shame. That's really a shame. I feel bad for them more than my car. They were doing so good. If I would have went to the right and I would have went in the grass, I would have went straight in the wall. But I was really counting on them to just go backwards because it looked like their car was going backwards. It ended up coming right back towards the middle of the track and closing me in. And I couldn't go more to the left. We were already on the edge of grip at that point. And we locked it up. I'm gonna try to make him come up the inside.
Car on your left. Clear. another car on the left.
Our front end damage is making this car feel so weird in the corners. We're gonna have to adjust in that slow section back there. And now that we have some incident points under our belt, got about a minute left. There we go. We are 8th place now, though. White flag is out. Last lap was a 1:16.9. There we go. Looks like we finished 7th. Okay.
There's the flag. It's over.
Nice.
Great job. You did really well.
Nice. We did 7th. 7th is actually, I am very happy with 7th. Oh, man. But I just wish we did not have that incident that gave us all those incident points. Oh, man. Let's try to look at that and let's see what lap that was. You can see here we finished 7th. We gridded 12th. We were one lap down. And I think that had to just do with not only our lap time, but our early pit. But I think our early pit actually afforded us some pretty cool amounts of laps to try to catch up with everybody. I think everyone just kind of, that was down here, waited too long. They were waiting for the lead car to pit, and their tires were just really worn in. We pit early, and I knew we were going to have enough fuel to finish, so we got our new set of tires. We were able to clear our mind and do pretty well. Let's see here. Qualify and race. All right, so our fastest lap time was actually a 1:15.9, so we did break it to the 1:15s, which is awesome. Let's see what lap we actually got the damage on. So it was this lap here. So I was not aware he was sliding. So I thought he was going to go back, and then he ended up coming back forward again. Oh man, he's like way up in the air. He actually caught some air. Let's see, you can see pieces of the tire debris in the car there. iRacing physics at its finest right here, guys. Oh my gosh, oh wow. Wow, look at that height, oh my gosh. So, but yeah, let's look at this accident a little bit more. So, the one thing I was thinking was, when I was here and I saw him sliding, and then it said go right. Well, if I go right, at the speed that I'm going 117, I'm just going to go into the grass and slide straight into that wall, right? So I'm trying to slow down, and let's see, right there, I just slam on the brakes. That's when he's like, go right, and I see the smoke. Right here, it's not quite apparent. I'm like guessing what's going on. See the smoke, I'm locking him up, and then you see that our speed is going down big time. You can see the rear of my car, I'm trying to cut it in because his tires were actually going backwards, and at the last second before he can even respond, I thought he was just going to slide off the track. He starts going back forward. If I go right, I'm going into the wall. There was really nowhere left for me to go. I'm cutting it to the left as hard as I can and sliding. See smoke's going everywhere. And there was just nowhere for me to go at this point. So, boom, iRacing physics takes over. He gets about 57 feet up in the air. My gosh. Boom. Oh my gosh. Oh, over the walls. Over the walls. I am sorry that happened, but you know, it was just a bad situation. There was just really nowhere for me to go. I'm not highlighting this at all, but you don't really see iRacing physics fail quite this bad too often. There's a lot of videos of it, but man, he just takes off. Absolutely takes off. Boom. There he goes over the wall. That's horrible that happened to him because he was doing so well. But there was just nowhere for me to go. It's just a horrible situation. But we did get to finish the race. Surprisingly enough, the front end damage that we got wasn't substantial enough to kick us out. I thought the way that we hit, I was like, for sure, we're done. We're done. This race is over. But I'm feeling the car out here, and I was surprised to see that we were actually able to finish this race. Overall, though, I mean, we did really well. We finished 7th. You can see our lap times were 1:16, 17, 17, 16. This is when I noticed our tires were just not having it. 17, 25. So we pit there because we're starting to get a little erratic with our lap times, and that's like towards the middle of the race. So I think that was a good move on our part. And then you can see our lap times again, 16, 17, 16, 18, because I think we got caught up in some traffic there. I think that's probably, what lap is this? No, I think we were just caught up in traffic. And then we ended up getting 115, boom, which was awesome on lap 29. Let's see what we did lap 29. Is this when the accident happened? Is that when we landed at 115? No, we were just following that car there. Some pretty decent lines here. This car sounds amazing. I love the RSR. You really have to practice the tracks. You have to know what the car is going to do in certain situations, because its limits just bite you real hard. I don't think it's as bad as the 911 GT3 in iRacing as far as its limits and its braking. It makes a little bit more sense. I think knocking up our wheel rotation from 540 to 720 helped us big time. Feels a lot more drivable, but yeah, this was just a really smooth lap. All right, everyone. Well, Norman Robinson, Crash, you killed a man. What the heck did you do? So, all right. I guess you're just joining in. What ended up happening was, and you can see right here, unfortunately, he lost. Let's see. Let's go to Chase. So, or you know what? We'll go over it one more time here. So he lost. So right there, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, right? He's cutting it in. I don't know yet that he actually lost traction at all. I'm just coming over the crest. I'm worrying about getting my line because this line has killed us. Well, this turn has killed us numerous times. So I'm worried about getting my car. You can see that we were starting to lose traction there. Lights are on. Right here, I realize he loses traction, obviously. So we just start nailing the brakes. Now, my spotter's telling me go right. Now, you can see here, if I go right, I'm going to go, and we're going 105 miles an hour. If I go right, we're going in the grass into the wall. We're not recovering, right? And I see right there that he's sliding. I'm assuming he's just going to slide off the track. And it kind of looks like here, his tires are going backwards. Right through here, I just see smoke. I'm assuming he's going off the track. But boom, now he's coming back on. And I'm cutting it to the left without trying to slam the wall, but I'm cutting it to the left to give him room because I'm assuming he's going off the track to the right. But he came back in. And there was just nowhere for me to go at this point. I'm starting to kick the rear out. You can see here, I'm actually just trying to save a slide at this point and just do whatever I can. You can see we're sliding this. That smoke from us sliding, just locking up our brakes. Yeah, there was just nowhere for us to go. By the time I realized that anything was wrong, we were already, you can see I'm already on the brakes there. We were already maxing out our grip. So I'm over here. I'm sliding there, trying to go on the grass to avoid him. If I would have went to right, like I said, we would have hit the wall. Our race would have been done. But boom, we ended up catching him there. And iRacing Physics, unfortunately, took off, which was horrible. But yeah, very bad situation. We got really lucky that the car didn't really fare that much damage and enabled us to finish. I know our top end speed was definitely affected, which was fine, and our front end definitely felt weird, especially through that last section there. But he was having a great race. I think he was like 3rd or 4th place, but it was just a bad situation all around. Thank goodness this is sim racing. Yeah, if it was real racing, I don't think any of us would have fared well at all in that situation. First time you ever seen an incident that bad? Well, actually, when Rallycross first came out in iRacing, there was an incident where a guy was trying to pass me in a very bad, in a chicane, like in an area you shouldn't really pass, and he dive bombed. I didn't know he was actually trying to pass me at all. He dive bombed on the inside, and he caught the wall. He caught the wall on his own, and he didn't hit us. He just caught the wall, and I guess he was angry at us because there's a 90-degree left-hander where you go on the back straight of the track to come back around. So there's a 90-degree left-hander, and we slowed down to make the 90-degree left-hander. He sped up and slammed into us, sent us almost over the fence into the grandstands. It was a similar situation. I think we got a little bit more height though. So yeah, every so often, oh my gosh, iRacing, just the physics just go absolutely bonkers. If this was IMSA, second NASCAR, yeah. Well, I don't think the incident would have, I mean, granted, both of our cars would have been completely totaled out, but he wouldn't have went flying. I think I would have caught him in the front end. He would have went spinning. We would have went spinning. It would have been a bad accident, but yeah, I don't think we would have finished the race in real life at all. Oh, man. But besides that incident, I was really proud of our lack of incidences otherwise. Seeing our first race was so much, there was so many little accidents that we were making, you know, going off the track here and there, spinning off the track. We just had such a better understanding of the car and the track this race. I was really glad that our incident points were so low until that happened. Unfortunately, that made us rack up quite a bit of incident points, so I don't think our safety rating is going to be too happy at the moment. All right, it went up a little bit. That first race knocked us way down, so we're still just below a 3, which is, you know, not the best situation. But hopefully by the end of the season, we'll be going to Class B. That's our goal. Get away from Class C, go back to Class B. Let's see here. I want to see, we did a time attack. And I want to see if the, actually not seeing the results from that. Let's go to filters here and time attack. There we go. And search. I want to see if that actually helps you with your, so it actually, all right, so it raises your time attack rating, but it doesn't help your license at all. Interesting, because I could have sworn way back when in Oval they used to help out your safety rating, especially if you have no incidences. Now, that race, because that was one of our only main incidences that we had, our safety rating actually went up from our first race, because our first race went up. I mean, our first race today, being that was our first race at this track with this car, our safety rating went down. It went from like a 298 down to a, where were we, like a 27. It was horrible how bad our safety rating dropped. Even though we didn't completely get disqualified out of that session, I think we had something like 12 incident points from spinning off the track. We didn't really collide with anyone else. It was our own fault. So we practiced, we did this race, and I think up until I incident, I had like 2 incident points just from random little, you know, one tire off the track. You know, not anything too bad, and I was very happy. That one there, we ended up finishing with 7 incident points. 7 or 8, let's see. Because of purely that accident really killed us. Let's see. So we finished 7th, which was awesome. Incident points 8. All right, so we had 8 incident points total. Yeah, because I think afterwards the front end was feeling a little weird and we had a few runoffs. But I'm only the second Class C guy to be in the top 10. Everyone else was Class A, which was really cool to see. And the fastest lap of the race was actually by the 14th place guy with a 113. Wow, 113. We ran a fastest lap of a 1:15.927. The fastest lap of our class was a 1:14.8. 1:14.874. So we're not too far off. We're getting better. So hopefully by the end of the week, you know, when everyone's got a better handle on this track and this car, races will be a little bit better. You know, that situation, it really kills me because, you know, I'm so happy that we got 7th place. You know, I wanted to be in the top 10. We got 7th. That's awesome. But I can't get away from thinking about that incident. I mean, it just feels messed up now. All right, Norman Robinson, how many points is needed to move through the next class of racing? So it's safety rating. So you got to be above a 3. And you have to have a certain amount of races completed. Let's see if it tells me here. Let's see. It used to be that you just click on the license and it would give you a description on what you had to do next. You have to complete a certain amount of races, and your safety rating has to be above a 3. And your iRating, I don't know if iRating even counts with that. Let's see. Count, profile. Let's see if we go to profile. All right, so road license. Class B. So it says I need 3 more races or 4 more time trials in my license class or above. So I still got to do more races. So even though we did quite a few races, I still got to do more. My safety rating is below a 3, so we're not ready to graduate, and so we're not ready for promotion. So I got to meet those 2 other criteria. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was looking at Class B Oval. Class C Road, the only thing, we have completed our mandatory participation. So, all right. So our race amounts are good, but we have to get our safety rating above a 3. That's the only thing we have to do at this point. So Class B Oval, because we're Class B Oval, so we have to do 3 races or 4 time trials and get a safety rating above a 3 in order to be able to graduate to Class A Oval. Class D Oval, we only need 1 race or 4 time trials, and that's for Dirt Oval. And but our safety rating is above a 3 for Class D Dirt Oval. So really 1 race and with no incidences, we'll be good to go. Class C Dirt Road, so Rallycross. You know, we haven't really been paying attention to that much, but 4 races, 4 time trials, and then raise our safety rating. So it's about participation as well as your safety rating. I rating, how you rank in your I rating, that doesn't matter in your license progression. It's all about just participation and your license. Yeah, 1:59 isn't too bad. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Welcome. Welcome, Full Course Yellow. So yeah, we just finished a race. We finished 7th place, which is a big difference from the race beforehand. Let's see, the race beforehand, if you missed that one, I'm probably not going to post that race because well, I don't want to spam your guys' YouTube subscription feed with, you know, numerous races a day. That doesn't make sense. No one wants to see all that. Let's see. Let's go to results, my series results. I'm really liking this IMSA series. I think the addition of the 911 RSR has really made me love road a little bit more. I kind of been ignoring road, as you can see, because we're Class B in oval. So let's open these both up here. All right, so the first race we did, we ended up finishing. All right, so that's not the first race. Yeah, we were way down. So we ended up finishing 17th. We gridded 20th. We started 17th. Nope, we didn't grid 20th. Where did we grid? So much information here. Starting position, there we go. Oh, all right. So we gridded 17th and we finished 17th in our last race. And incident points really killed us. Our I rating dropped and our safety rating dropped big time. So this one here, huge difference. Let's see what our fastest lap was too on that race. Fastest lap on that session. Now that ACC is about to be released with a ratings engine, do you think iRacing has a challenge? Big time. Assetto Corsa is huge, especially not in America, like every other country, but especially now here in America, it's because of the streaming community and sim racing online. A lot of people are using Assetto Corsa, so you know the big three: iRacing, Assetto Corsa, and Race Room. I honestly think Assetto Corsa has more people playing than iRacing, but iRacing people play more seriously. People are this is like a little bit more of a serious simulation. People take iRacing more seriously. All in all, Project Cars, yeah, that's up there too. But as far as the hardcore simulators, iRacing, I think, probably has less members than Assetto Corsa as far as just people owning the title and actively racing it. But I think more people are paying more attention to Assetto Corsa because it's a cheaper model right now. It doesn't really, you could download the sim racing systems and have that rating almost like iRacing. There's a lot of mods, a lot of mod support. And a lot of people, they pay attention to Assetto Corsa, I think, a little bit more than iRacing because iRacing is a little bit more expensive, subscription, and it's very serious. So a lot of people that race both, they go to Assetto Corsa for a release just to kind of relax a little bit, have fun. They'll go into iRacing when they want that serious, like they really need to pay attention to their license. But I think iRacing as a whole right now, people are taking that more seriously than any of the other sims because it is much more of a simulated career than any of them. So now that Assetto Corsa is having that ratings engine, I really do think iRacing has a challenge because you're going to get a lot of people from iRacing over to Assetto Corsa that normally would just go there to kind of relax and chill. And they're like, hey, you know what? We love the physics. We love the driving dynamics. It runs really smooth, especially in VR. And that's another reason why a lot of people do it. And they're going to start taking now Assetto Corsa seriously. It's going to be like a, it's going to have, you know, two sides to it. You could go and have fun with it. You could go drift, have fun, do whatever you want. Or you could have that side where you're definitely going to be able to have your ratings tested. The bad side to it is there's a lot of people that just go in with the mindset of just hanging out in Assetto Corsa and just racing, doing whatever. So it's going to be frustrating at first until your license or however they're going to do it, their ratings system is going to separate you from the beginners. That's going to be frustrating at first because you're just going to have so many people in it that are not going to understand how serious everyone else is going to take it. So Full Course Yellow learned that even with Twitch affiliation, he can still live broadcast here on YouTube. May start doing it again maybe once a week or so. Race Room seems pretty strong. He's been seeing a lot of people on Race Room. Yeah, Race Room racing experience is definitely, like, they're a part of the big three as far as the main core simulators. But I think, you know, as far as everyone taking a sim seriously, I would say the most serious is probably going to be iRacing. Then maybe Assetto Corsa, and then Race Room racing experience. Race Room's always been kind of like, in my mind, third here in America, but I know like in other countries like Spain and Germany, there's a humongous following in Race Room racing experience. And I just think it's because of their strong GT3, you know, following over there. But I don't know. It's very interesting, but those are my opinions. I think Assetto Corsa is definitely doing the right things, and I think they're going to increase their share right now. Let's see here. All right, so I wanted to look at the lap time differences to see how we improved. All right, so the first race we did earlier today, our average lap time was a 1:43.8. And our fastest lap time was a 1:17.7. Horrible. All right. So our average lap time in this race was a 1:19.6 with our fastest lap time of a 1:15.9. So you can just see that humongous difference. Like our average dropped by, what is that, 24 seconds? Our average lap time, 24 seconds. And I think what mainly killed it for us on the first race, the reason why our average was so high, now that I think about it, is because we were in the pits a lot. We had a few incidences that sent us to the pit. One sent us to the pit, I think, for 11 minutes because of rear end suspension damage. So that might be what's affecting that average, now that I think of it. So, I mean, but our average lap time of 1:59 versus 1:17.784, huge. That's two totally different areas of the track right there. So yeah, I'm very happy with our outlook for the rest of the week. I think, you know, this is only race 2 of this session. Well, I should say of this week, you know, of this schedule for IMSA. So race 2 at this track for the rest of the week. So I think we're going to be doing pretty good for the rest of the week. I think things are going to look really good for us. We're going to try to get to Class B. I mean, we're going to try to get to License B by the end of the series here. By the end of this season. I can't talk. I'm just exhausted now. But all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for hanging out. Who other than F1 2018 will pick up deeper development of Formula Racing? Ah, man, I don't know. I really don't know. That's a hard one. Full course yellow, you missed a race. Yeah, but I'm going to post this race. This race is going to go live in just a little bit, so definitely check that out. I'm going to post it in just a moment, as soon as it's available for me to do so. But everyone, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that reminder bell. We stream random times. I know I say it every time, but I just need to remind you, in case you're new to this channel at all, we stream at random times all the time. So if you want to know when we're streaming, if you want to see a race when we're doing it, you're going to have to hit that reminder bell because it can happen at any point. Also, we have reviews that we're working on. I have some more work vlogs that we're working on with our CTSV. We're kind of all over the map. So when those videos go live, there's no set schedule with it. It just happens all at random points. You're going to want to hit that reminder bell so you know when it's happening. But everyone, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for the support. And hope to see you next time on the track. Have a great day. See you all next time.